Hey everybody, so last night I saw Cats, directed by Tom Hooper. This movie stars Francesca Hayward, Idris Elba, Judi Dench, Ian McKellen, Rebel Wilson, James Corden, Jennifer Hudson, Jason Derulo, and Taylor Swift. When this movie was announced, I would desperately wanted to see it. I wanted to see what Tom Hooper would be able to do with it, considering it is such a strange thing to adapt. But Cats is one of the most incomplete, misguided, strange, and off putting movies I think I've ever seen. There's nothing I can positively say about this movie besides the music, which I can't really even give it credit for because the music is produced for play and lifted into it. And it's not that good. None of the CGI looks good. None of it. Period. The faces look weird, the bodies move in frankly strange ways, even for cats, and the environments look awful. The, excuse me. The characters and actors look completely out of place in some of the backgrounds, and I really have to question some of the choices that were made. It all looks unfinished, the faces don't look attached to the bodies, none of it blends together, and it's simply off putting and uncomfortable to look at. And the hands and feet. My god, the hands and fucking feet in this movie. I understand that it could be hard to replace a human hand with a cat's paw throughout this entire movie, but there are multiple times where the hand looks like it's not even done over to look like a cat's, that it straight up looks like a human Caucasian hand. But I really have to ask, I understand the hand thing. Is it really necessary for everybody to have bare fucking feet? Why can't the bodysuits come down and cover their feet as well? It would look so much better, and you wouldn't be able to see the veins of their fucking toes and shit like that. You can clearly tell that everyone's dick, tits, and pussies, no pun intended, have been smoothed over to try to make him look more like a quote-unquote cat. The story is non-existent. It's told all through song. Songs that simply introduce character after character, hardly moving the story along or giving any context as to what the fuck is happening. Plus, these songs introduce characters who simply disappear and fuck off, having nothing to do with the rest of the quote-unquote film. The script sucks and is painfully unfunny. None of the comedy lands, and it is meant, if it is meant to be comedy at all. And Rebel Wilson and James Corden are woefully miscast. They're terrible. And Taylor Swift and Jason Derulo feel completely out of place in a cast of characters which are mainly British actors and actresses. Plus, the only reason why Taylor Swift is in this movie, overall, the only reason why they wrote her a song is to try to get her an Oscar, which she will not get. This movie is full of continuity and character placement errors, and there are some real fucking nightmare fuel inducing scenes with cockroaches and mice. None of the sizing makes any sense. Things are either overly sized to fit the scale of cats, or are so teeny tiny it looks unnatural. And the directing is just mediocre from Hooper. I just don't understand anything about this. I don't understand how a story about nothing has become the longest running Broadway play, and how so many people have seen it and either recommended it to someone or saw it again. I don't understand why so many actors of this caliber signed on to be into this, why they would decide to be in this, and have this on their career record, and to notice that something this terrible could possibly be any good. And I don't understand why Tom Hooper would want to make this, and why Universal would front the money for it. It's a terrible movie that is perfect to go to and watch while you're high on mushrooms. It's scary and off-putting, and easily one of the worst movies I have seen this year. 2.4 out of 10.